This is really heartbreaking because I was a fan of the Foo Fighters and I love Taylor Hawkins. It's so sad to find out that he passed away. I'm looking at an article over here. It says Taylor Hawkins, Foo Fighters drummer, dies at 50. The band confirmed the death of hard-hitting charismatic musician, but no cause was given yet. So, a statement posted to the band's social media late Friday and sent by its representative confirmed the death, but did not provide a cause or location. The band had been scheduled to play a show Friday night at Botoga, Colombia. Tell me if I said that right. At a festival there. Here's the tweet. The Foo Fighters family is devastated by the tragic and untimely loss of our beloved Taylor Hawkins. His musical spirit and infectious laughter will live on with all of us forever. Our hearts go out to his wife, children, and family, and we ask that their privacy be treated with the utmost respect in this unimaginably difficult time. Okay, let's keep reading the article. It says, recognizable for his flailing limbs, surfer's good looks, and wide, childlike grin, Mr. Hawkins became a member of the band, led by Dave Grohl, for its third album, There Is Nothing Left to Lose, released in 1999. He played on the group's subsequent 7 albums. He drew on 2 distinct styles, the fundamentals of Roger Taylor from Queen and the intricacy of Stuart Copeland from The Police. He added the muscle of punk and metal and precision of drum machines and a gift of explosive momentum. Foo Fighters' most recent LP, Medicine at Midnight, arrived last year as the group was celebrating its 25-year anniversary, and in an interview with the New York Times, Mr. Hawkins was direct about his hopes for its future. I want to be the biggest band in the world, he said. Mr. Hawkins started to play the drums at age 10 and said that his mother gave him the confidence to dream big. He said, when I first got the drums, she said, the one who would watch me play. She was a big supporter and told me I'd make it, he said in an interview last year. Attending a 1982 Queen show confirmed the music was his passion. After that concert, I don't think I slept for 3 days, he said in a 2021 interview with the metal magazine Kerrang. It changed everything, and I was never the same because of it. It was the beginning of my obsession with rock and roll, and I knew that I wanted to be in a huge rock band. After playing in a location in California called Sylvia and backing the Canadian rock vocalist Sass Jordan, Mr. Hawkins' first mainstream break came in 1995 when he joined Alanis Montserrat Band as she toured behind her blockbuster album, Jagged Little Pill. He appeared in the video for its breakout hit, You Oughta Know, flipping his blonde mane behind the drum kit. Mr. Grohl, then still primarily known for his role as the drummer of Nirvana, recalled meeting Mr. Hawkins backstage at a radio station concert in the 1990s and feeling an immediate kinship. Dave Grohl said, I was like, wow, you're either my twin or my spirit animal or my best friend. Mr. Grohl said in an interview last year, when it was time to look for a drummer, I kind of wished that he could do it. But I didn't imagine he would leave Alanis Montserrat because at the time she was the biggest artist in the world. But when Mr. Grohl called him later looking for a drummer, Mr. Hawkins said, I'm your guy, and Dave Grohl recalled. I think it had more to do with our personal relationship than anything musical, he added. To be honest, it still does. Our musical relationship, the foundation of that is our friendship, and that's why when we jump on stage and play, we're so connected because we're like best friends. Dave Grohl, Foo Fighters lead singer and one of its songwriters and guitarist, had played drums on the band's first album in 1995, and he took over again for the second LP, The Color and the Shape, when a replacement failed to stick in joining the band. Mr. Hawkins was charged with assuming the seat of the of the contemporary rock's most distinct, powerful, and beloved drummers. His colorful hair and good humor helped him carve out his own place in the band, and he adapted Mr. Grohl's creative process. He writes in rhythms, not only in melodies, but in rhythms. So I have met him there, Mr. Hawkins said. Recorded in a Virginia basement without the input of a record label, There Is Nothing Left to Lose went on to win a Grammy for Best Rock Album. The first band's 12 career awards there. At this year's Grammys, where the Foo Fighters were scheduled to perform on April 3rd. Medicine at Midnight was nominated for 3 awards, including Best Rock Performance for the song Making a Fire, Best Rock Song, Waiting on a War, and Best Rock Album. Foo Fighters were inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2021, recognized for their rock authenticity with infectious hooks, in-your-face guitar riffs, monster drums, and boundless energy. At the ceremony, Mr. Hawkins told Mr. Grohl, "Thank you for letting me in your band." In addition to his drumming, Mr. Hawkins went on to contribute as a songwriter to Foo Fighters albums, even singing lead vocals on occasion. Beginning in 2006, he released 3 albums with the side project, and cheekily named Taylor Hawkins and the Coattail Riders. He also played in a cover band called Chevy Metal, and a prog rock band called Birds of Satan. Last year, he teamed up with the guitarist Dave Navarro and the bassist Chris Chaney to form a band called NHS. The group's debut EP, Intakes and Outtakes, was released in February. On recent Foo Fighters tours, Mr. Hawkins would swap places with Mr. Grohl to sing a cover of Queen's Somebody to Love, emerging from behind the kit in his signature shorts to pay homage to the band that set him on his path. He'd also take the spotlight for drum solos that stretched several minutes, smiling as he became a whirl of limbs atop his riser, smashing his cymbals and bashing the timpani. Although he was referred to as a sideman with a frontman's flair, Mr. Hawkins admitted over the years to feeling some insecurity about filling Mr. Grohl's seat behind the drum kit. A lot of my insecurities, which led to a lot of my drug use, had to do with me not feeling like I was good enough to be in the band to play drums with Dave, he told Spin in 2002. In 2001, he overdosed in London and was briefly comatose. Everyone has their own path, and I took it too far, Mr. Hawkins told Kerrang, adding he once believed the myth of live hard and fast and die young. Oh, wow. He added, I'm not here to preach about not doing drugs because I loved doing drugs, but I just got out of control for a while, and it almost got me. In a 2018 conversation with Beats One, Mr. Hawkins said there's no happy ending with hard drugs, but declined to explain how he stayed sober. I don't really discuss how I live my life. In that regard, I have my system and it works for me. Mr. Hawkins married his wife Allison in 2005. She survives him, as do their 3 children, Oliver, Annabelle, and Everly. So that was a article from the New York Times that was posted when was this posted? I probably have to go to the beginning of the article to see. Published March 25th, 2022, updated March 26th, 2022. Okay, so this article was published March 25th, 2022. So, I know I read that whole article. I wasn't expecting to, but I just felt like I wanted to, just to get information and know more. And let me know in the comments if some of that information is false, because, you can't believe everything you read on the internet. I realize that. And it's so sad because he was amazing to watch, and I loved their interviews. He was very charismatic. He was very funny, and you could tell that him and Dave were like this right here. You know, it's really, I couldn't believe it when somebody told me a few minutes ago that he'd passed away. It seems like some people, when you hear about them passing, you're not as shocked, but then other people you are. I felt the same way when Bob Saget passed away. I didn't feel the same way when Betty White passed away because she'd lived a long life. But when people who are in their 50s, early 60s, or 30s or 40s pass away quickly, it really sometimes shocks me. It depends on who it is, but condolences to his family. It's really sad. And if you all are still here and you're still listening, thank you. Please like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to get notified for new and upcoming reaction videos. My Facebook is at Have a Very Nice Day, and as always, thank you all for watching.